Hey guys, hope you are doing well today. I'm so glad that you were able to join me again on this Thursday. So we're gonna just wait just a second. Let's see who pops on today. Tell me how the weather is where you are. It's really cold in Georgia today, so we're enjoying the brisk air and really enjoying being outside a little bit today. Um, I am going to talk to you guys today about the top 5 business financial habits that I really want you to conquer in the next couple of months. So maybe you don't have these and you're not really sure where to start. So that's what we're going to talk about today. And those of you who are new, I'll introduce myself again to you guys. My name is Stephanie Manley. I am a virtual CFO and proactive bookkeeper, and I have the business Calculated Profits. I am streaming live today inside of my group. And if you've been in my group for a little while, you'll notice that this past week we actually changed the name of the group to make it a little bit simpler for you guys. So the new group name is the Calculated Profit Pursuit. So we're in business. We all want to make money. That's why we started this business. So we are in a pursuit for profit, but I want you to go about it in a calculated way. Also coming up really soon is we have developed a podcast. So you will be able to actually listen to a podcast instead of jumping on live every week with us as well, if that's easier for you. I'd love to know if you guys are interested in that. If you'll just pop that in the comments, it'd be awesome. Also, another thing that we are considering within the Calculated Profit Pursuit is having a little coffee chat after these lives on Thursdays. So it would be, a Zoom like a Zoom room for everybody who is on the live can join us afterwards, just kind of for a little coffee chat. Let's just talk business. I know sometimes being in an online space as an entrepreneur, it can be lonely at times. So this will just give us a chance to just chit chat, nothing necessarily to have to do with finances, but just kind of come together and collaborate with other business owners. So I'm just going to really just dive in here. Let's really talk about these top 5 business financial habits. So you've made this huge leap to become a business owner, and that wasn't just a small thing, right? It's huge to be completely responsible for the financial aspects of everything. Running a business is difficult. But then you have these big goals, but maybe you don't really know how to get there. You're stuck on just how is this really going to work? Excuse me. So I've narrowed this down to 5 habits that I want you to create. The first one is I want you to set clear financial goals. I want you to start with the end in mind. So when you became a business owner, what did you really want to achieve? What is the end result? Are you wanting to create this big business so that you can sell it one day? And make a big profit off of it. That's one way I want you to look at it. The other thing is, what do you hope to achieve for yourself money wise? So how much do you need every month, every year to pay your personal expenses? If your business helps pay your personal bills, it's important to know that you need X amount of dollars every month or every year to meet those personal financial obligations. Okay, so how do you do that? The first thing is I want you to set a budget. We're going to get into number 2 on how you find those numbers, but you need to set a budget. I also recommend that you set yourself up a profit plan. And to me, everything that you do in your business, even if it's not related to money, in the end, it really does have to do with money, right? So branding, marketing, all those things, your services, your products, all of those come back to profit. So I want you to create a well-rounded profit plan around those things. And I actually have a freebie on that. If you'd like for me to send it, just drop that in the comments and I'll be glad to do that. So setting those financial goals is extremely important, and starting with the end in mind is where you need to start. Okay. The second thing, and you know this was going to be on this as a habit, I need you to track your income and expenses regularly. And regularly could mean something different for everyone. Okay. But at minimal, I want you to track your income and expenses at least every month. So you need to be in your bank account at least monthly tracking these business income and expenses. All right. So I need you to know your numbers. You can't really make the budget, which was a number one, without doing number two, which is tracking your numbers, knowing what those numbers are. How much are you bringing in revenue? How much is actually going out in expenses? Super, super important. So set a money date on your calendar every single month for you to track that income and that expense. Number three is I want you to review those numbers. So number two was I want you to track them. Number three, take it a step further, which I find a lot of entrepreneurs, they're okay with tracking, but then they track it and they don't have a clue what they're looking at. So I want you to review those numbers, pull that profit and loss statement every single month. Look at that cash flow statement every single month, because just because you're making a profit does not mean you're going to have money to pay your bills that are coming up. Profit and cash flow are two totally different things, and the cash flow is what could completely ruin your business. Okay. And then while you're reviewing those numbers on a regular basis, I want you to compare them to prior year data. Maybe it's the prior month, prior quarter. You need to compare where are you standing this year compared to last year? Where are you standing this month compared to last month? That is extremely important so that you can actually make changes. If you're not reviewing your numbers, you can't make changes because you don't know what your numbers are to begin with. Okay. If you have any questions as we're going through this, please drop them in the comments so that I can help you. Just drop them in the comments and I'll be glad to answer all those questions for you. All right. So number 4 habit is I want you to save for taxes. We all know that Uncle Sam wants his fair share. We can't get out of paying taxes. And if you have a profitable business, you're usually going to owe taxes. And I say usually because some of us have other endeavors, right? We may have some rental properties. Maybe we have a 9-to-5 job. Maybe we have some deductions on our taxes that will override some of our taxes on our business. So not necessarily when you have profits, do you pay taxes? It doesn't go together. If you have profits, you do owe self-employment tax, but there are deductions and credits that can kind of eat into that amount as well. Okay. So I always recommend for my clients that they set aside 30% of their profits for taxes. Okay. So if you made $1,000 revenue, right? You brought in $1,000 and say you spent, let's see, I'm just going to get my calculator out for this, right? Because I'm sitting here doing this live. So we're going to say $1,000 and then you had $300 in expenses for the month. All right. Then I want you to set aside 30% of the profit. The profit was $700. I want you to set aside 30% as taxes. So that's $210 that you're going to set aside in taxes. And I know you're sitting here going, wow, that's a lot of money. And it is, because self-employment tax alone is 15.3%. Yeah, let that sink in a minute. Okay. So for every dollar that you bring in revenue, $15.30 of that is going to go to Uncle Sam. Just put that in your mind. There's a lot more complications to that in the calculations. But for every $100, $15.30 of that is going to go to Uncle Sam. So set that aside. Do that on a regular basis. Every month, look at your profit. Set aside that money for Uncle Sam so that you can pay your estimated taxes on time. Remember, if you're a profitable business and you owe taxes, you are required to pay that to the Internal Revenue Service every single not every single month, every single quarter. And those quarters are not what you think they are. The dates are really weird. But you also are, you're supposed to pay that to the state too. So if you live in a state who has state income tax, you should be paying estimated taxes to that state as well. Okay. But you have to keep up. Number 2, you got to track Number 3, you got to review so you can figure out what it is. And then number 4, you have to compute what those taxes are so that you can start saving. And number 5, this is one that I see is not a habit of most entrepreneurs. And that is, I want you to pay yourself. Get into a habit of paying yourself out of your business. You're in business to make money. You have to pay yourself. So don't swipe your debit card out of your business account to pay for personal things. I really want you to figure out how much it is you need out of your business every month to pay personal bills, and either take it one time a month or pay yourself twice a month, minimal. Once or twice a month, you need to be transferring money out of your business account into your personal account to pay your personal bills. Now, if you're an S Corp or a C Corp, this is totally different for you. I'm talking about a sole proprietor or an LLC that has one member. That's what I'm talking about here. So pay yourself at least once or twice a month. You can pay yourself weekly if that's easier too. But guys, I want you to pay yourself. And that way you can, it's a mindset thing. It all comes down to mindset. If you're paying yourself, you can see the benefits of all the hard work that you have going on in your business. Okay. If you have questions, drop those here for me. I know one question I have about paying yourself is, well, my business really isn't profitable yet. Well, pay yourself something, even if it's $10 a month. Get in a habit of paying yourself something out of your business. It's a habit that you're trying to create, right? And they say it takes 60 to 90 days to create a habit. So this is not going to happen overnight. You're going to have to put in the work for these things to happen. You can't just, it's kind of like a diet, right? You could wake up tomorrow and say, well, I'm going to go on a diet. But a diet takes habits. You have to break them up into small little goals for that to happen. And that's what we have here. We have the 5 habits, which are 5 goals that I need you to set in your business so that you can accomplish financial success in your business. So again, I'm going to go over those with you. Clear boundaries. Set those clear financial goals. Excuse me. Set those clear financial goals. Begin with the end in mind. You're going to have to sit down and really think about this. And that's okay. Put on that CEO hat because you're the CEO of your business and figure out, what do you want? What do you want for your business? What do you need out of your business? And then I want you to start tracking that income and expense regularly. Regularly means at least monthly. At least once a month, put a date on your calendar for you to be able to work with your business. Guys, I know money is not fun. I know finances are not fun, but it's essential. It's crucial for your business to survive. Okay. I know, and I'm all in finance all day, every day. And I have on my calendar every single Wednesday, I have a date with myself and my business finances. So I don't deal with any of my other clients on this certain period of time on Wednesday. I work on my own business. And that is very, very important. And then I want you to review those numbers and review them monthly. Remember to compare them to other periods of time. Figure out what those numbers mean for your business. What needs to change? What needs to stay the same? And then remember to save for Uncle Sam. Uncle Sam wants his fair share. And my target percentage for saving is 30%. That 30% is usually on the high side. I'm just being honest with you, but I like to prepare for worst case scenario. I'd rather you set aside 30% and then have some extra, as I call that a bonus, when you file your taxes and you realize, well, I've saved $5,000 over the course of the year, but I only owe $2,000. Well, there's a $3,000 bonus. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. And then also extremely important, pay yourself at least once a month, but you can pay yourself bi-weekly. You can pay yourself weekly as well, but pay yourself something. Have an amount every month. I'm going to pay myself $100, $10 even if that's where you have to start. but make sure it is done. Just like you pay your employees, I want you to pay yourself. Okay, so if there's any questions, again, please drop them in the comments. If you happen to catch this as a replay, if you will hashtag replay, that would be amazing as well, so that I can get in communication with you, see if there's any questions that you may have. And remember, I'm here, guys. If you have any bookkeeping questions, you have any tax questions, that is what I am here for. I do have a new product coming out soon. You'll be seeing that soon. It's the revised and really souped up version of the calculated tax planner that will be coming to you here in the next few days. So if you're not really ready for QuickBooks, and that's okay, but you need a method to track your income and expenses. You need a method to track your cash flow. You need a method to figure out how much you owe Uncle Sam and when you owe those estimated tax payments. That's what the calculated tax planner is going to be able to do for you. And the best thing is the price is less than 1 month of QuickBooks Online. Okay, so super, super excited for that. Drop in below if you want to get on the wait list for that, so I can send that to you as soon as it is finished and ready to go out. And thank you again for joining me. And I hope you guys have an awesome day. See you next week, Thursday at 1 o'clock Eastern Standard Time.